Good morning, judges. Okay, so I am saying good morning as per the IST, that is Indian Standard Time. Namaste. Myself Shubham Patel, and I had prepared a small project on Arduino, and I am giving this project for the category of Best Hardware Hack in the hackathon of Kent Hack Enough 2020. Okay, so firstly, what is the motto of this project? So my main aim was to develop a project in which the user of this machine can get that if the person whom he is testing is positive to corona or covid-19 or is vulnerable to covid-19 or not, that is if the temperature of his body is greater than 102 Fahrenheit, then he is vulnerable, because that is not the average temperature of human body. So that was my first motto to develop project like that. But due to the limitation of resources and I didn't have any physical Arduino board at home, I developed it in an emulator simulator which is known as ThinkCAD, in which I had used a temperature register. You can change variably the temperature in the temperature register. I had developed this project in the Arduino board. As you can see, I had used following components: an Arduino board, a breadboard, 3 LED lights, 3 registers, couple of wires, a temperature register. Okay, so I have connected this all 3 LED lights and temperature on one breadboard, in which I had given the ground and 5 watts of voltage in these two lines, that is plus and minus. From this, the temperature register is getting its voltage of minus and ground, and it is supplying one output to the A0. Here from the pin number 2 of Arduino, red LED is getting the power. From pin number 3 of Arduino, yellow LED is getting the power, and from the pin number 4 of Arduino, red LED is getting the power, as I declared it at the beginning section of my code too. Okay, so as moving forward, I am using some formulas to convert the voltage into Celsius. So firstly, voltage minus 0.5 into 100, we get the our temperature. As the temperature comes into a floating value, we had taken the temperature into float. Then for Fahrenheit degrees, we had converted the temperature in Celsius into Fahrenheit by multiplying it by 9 and dividing it by 5 and adding 32 in it. Okay, so for the next step, we are comparing the temperature of Fahrenheit with different values, particularly two values. If the temperature is greater than 102, that is, if the temperature is not equal to the average temperature of human body, then the red LED will glow up, which is our first scenario. In second scenario, if the temperature is greater than 98 and less than 102.5, as 102.5 is covered in the last scenario, then it will glow up the yellow LED, because it's less vulnerable than the first case patient. And in the L scenario, that if the temperature is less than 98, then okay, the person is not vulnerable and is average, is having average temperature and is good to go. These three are the main cases which we follow in our diagram. And as I start my code or Arduino machine, as you can see, the green LED started. Cause why? Because the by default temperature is 76.47. If I increase the temperature, like as you can see, the temperature is 89.66, the new temperature is 112. As you have seen 100, as it became 112, the LED light shifted from green to red. So it's a runtime code, runtime action. And as you can see, the temperature is now 101, which is neither greater than 102 nor lesser than 98. So the yellow case LED is blown up. Even when I was experimenting for myself, the yellow LED was not glowing up, but as I was presenting, it glowed up. So it's a well wish for me. So I have learned Arduino in my these last 24 hours of hack. and I was completely unaware of how to use Arduino. Even at the starting of the project, I didn't even know how to connect one LED and wires with breadboard and Arduino. Then, by step, as suggested by my mentors, I followed them, Alex and my other mentor, and then started working on it. And step by step, like I started from one register, connecting two registers, two LEDs with two registers, then using breadboard, then connecting the breadboard with ground, giving power supply to its parallel line, connecting temperature register, getting the temperature registered. And then at last I developed this project, which was my final submission for the best hack hardware best hardware hack. So I hope the judges liked my this small effort. I had learned many things from this Can't Hack Enough, and this Can't Hack hackathon has also given me some very good resources. Like in our Google webinar, the person who was delivering the webinar delivered some very good education links from Google, where you can get sponsorships or scholarships and different exams and internships links. I had also saved the links in my different document, so it's very beneficial for me. In other seminars also I would enjoy it a lot, like the cyber security one, in which we were told to crack that page and get the code. It was also an enjoyable event. So thank you Can't Hack Enough for organizing such a good event. When it was occurring next year or in some months or days, I will surely participate in it again. I enjoyed a lot and learnt also as the same. I had made some good friends with mentors and other colleagues too, and it was a very good time playing around the Kent Hack. I also like the atmosphere of the Discord also. There was no nuisance, and the organizers and mentors were always ready to help. Thank you to all mentors and organizers for organizing this beautiful event and giving us knowledge and courage to do something. Thank you. Hope you guys stay safe and take good care of your health.